It's 2026 opening day in our Colorado Rockies draft-only franchise, and we've got a very exciting debut today with stud catcher Ethan Salas set to make that debut. Chase Dollander would end up starting the year in AAA. If you did not watch my spring training live stream, he just struggled a bit too much with home runs, so he ends up starting the year in AAA. I imagine at some point look at the call-up. Sterling Thompson also got a spring training invite, but starts the year in AAA. Jordan Beck would make the cut due to a solid spring, and then Zach Vane just did not hit well enough to make the big league roster. So some good spring training performances that led to some opening day starts, as well as some struggles that will start some of our young studs in the minor leagues. We've got the 2-game little, Korea series that they've added into the MLB 24 schedule, although it will be just a home and away series in reality. So opening day at Coors Field against the division rival Diamondbacks. We haven't got a chance to really see much of this team yet, so I'm excited to get this season underway. I think we have more excitement surrounding the team than we have in the first couple of years at the major leagues, with Murillo and Salas particularly. I think adding a couple of exciting young bats in the lineup with still a ton of room to grow. Arizona, a very talented baseball team. I think it will be a good measurement for us. Here's a projection at some of our leaders across the board. Ethan Salas, our projected home run leader at 21. I'm going to have to go on record and say I disagree with that. Projected to go 67 and 95. I'm going to be honest, I'll take the under, mostly due to our pitching. With Chase Dollander starting in the minors, Michael Kopech becomes by far our best pitcher, and he had an up and down spring. He looked pretty good at times when we were watching him, but in simulation, he struggled a bit, and he gets the season started allowing the single to Geraldo Perdomo, shortstop for these Diamondbacks. Taking a look at the first hit of the season via the Showdrome. Madrigal low in the zone, chopped over to second. Bliss trying to go for the double play, but Madrigal beats the second throw. 1 out, and keeping the runner at first here. Diving is Cavadas at first base. Can't get there, and a man on first and second now. 1 gone as Marte reaches. Corbin Carroll, a very exciting young player in baseball here. He strikes out looking. Kopech with a nice pitch there. First strikeout of the season. And there's another look at it. 1-2 pitch here is in for strike 3, looking for a second straight time. That one not nearly as on the edge, so you got to imagine Lourdes was sitting on something off speed there. But Kopech, not a perfect inning, but a good one in the end. We'll be facing off against Brandon Pfaadt today. Very tall man on the mound. We'll see what our lineup can do. Ryan Bliss will start the season in that leadoff spot. Just a combination of good vision, decent contact, and good speed. Going to have him hitting there for now. Ethan Salas, his first plate appearance. He's laying down a bunt down the third base line, and he beats the throw. How many catchers are out here getting bunts down? That's the kind of speed that Salas has, and he has his first career hit. Would have loved for it to be something other than a bunt, as we see Murillo already getting a bunch of hype from these Colorado fans after an excellent September debut just last episode. Here he gets a hold of the pitch, deep to left center field, back, and it's out of here. Rafael Murillo starts the season with a 2-run homer, a 424-foot blast. And the Rockies fans are going wild. They love this guy, and so do I. This guy has impressed at every single turn and is looking like the future face of our Rockies franchise alongside Ethan Salas, after he had what was truly an incredible spring. Cavato's going to ground out here, and here's a look at some of the projections for the year. I believe last year when we saw this, no one was projected to even hit 250. We got a couple guys in the 260s this year, so there's a little bit of improvement there. Beckup, his first at bat, he's getting his first career hit as well. A single through that left center infield, and we've got a couple of first major league hits here, bottom of the first inning. 2 gone now for Michael Chavis. A wild pitch will advance Jordan Beck into scoring position. Could we add a 3rd run here in the first? Full count pitch, high in the zone. Chavis lifts it to left field, and it's gone again. The 2nd homer of the inning, 387 feet, just enough to leave the yard. Chavis with a 2-run shot makes it 4 runs in the first for our Rockies. This is a team that was worst in the league at everything last year. So getting 2 homers to start the season, it has to get you excited. We're still technically ranked 30th in power, contact, and pitching, so projected to be pretty easily the worst team in the MLB again, but there's just a different air about the team this year with a couple of, the best prospects in baseball having made it up to the majors. Salas is currently ranked as the number 4 prospect in all of baseball, and Murillo's already off the prospect list, but he was number 10 last year. With that, Cerny walk, we're going to get our entire lineup here in the first inning, but we won't get our top of the order back up as Thomas will strike out looking. Murillo started the fun here in the inning, and Chavis followed it up. 4 runs on 5 hits for Colorado, giving Michael Kopech a bit of run insurance here, and he's looking like he might need it after allowing a first pitch double to lead off the 2nd inning. Gabriel Moreno up. This one not going to make it through the infield. Ryan Bliss able to glove it and make the throw to first for the first out of the inning, but a man is on third. Alec Thomas up. Draws a walk. That'll put the double play in play, so I don't mind it there. Eugenio Suarez, runners on the corners, lifts it deep to center. He's going to be out, but that's an easily taggable play there. And he's got a pretty good arm, but that one really never had a chance to not be a sacrifice run for Arizona. On the board for the first time now, Geraldo Perdomo, his 2nd single. Full count pitch. Nick Madrigal lifted to center field and caught to end the 2nd. 1 run allowed by Kopech. And the Rockies lead heading into the bottom of the 2nd, where Ryan Bliss will get underneath this pitch for the first out. Salas got his first hit via bunt. Last time up to the play. This time he's swinging and gets hit number 2 of his career. Starting off 2 for 2. We've got more fans here Flew across the country to see Murillo this time. I'm sure he's excited about that first home run. Almost got that through the infield up the third base line, but Murillo is retired, advancing Salas into scoring position for Nico Cavadas. That's a beautiful pitch to hit over the middle, and it's down in the left outfield for an extra base hit and an RBI for Nico Cavadas, the 5th Rocky run. And we're just in the second inning. You know, this team, I think, has a lot of potential to be more exciting offensively than we were last year. Of course, we had a very exciting game against the Padres. But other than that, this team was pretty disappointing offensively. I think we're going to have a little bit better. Again, we're still ranked 30th in both contact and power, so I'm not expecting anything crazy. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. We're combining, getting guys on base with hitting for power and driving them home. I'm liking that combination. Michael Kopech here gets out number 1 of the third. Now a 3-1 pitch to Carroll. Great location there. Going to end up with another infield fly, handled by Rafi Murillo. 2 gone here. Nobody on for Lourdes Gurriel. It's a solid hold of this pitch. Jordan Beck settles underneath it. And we've got our Rockies mascot dancing here as we get to the bottom of the third. If anybody can tell me the name of the Rockies mascot, I would be appreciative. Chavis almost get this one down, but the speedy Corbin Carroll out in right field, able to settle underneath it, bringing up Tyler Locklear, who's gonna go down looking on a very well-located circle change. Cerny up next. Walked his first appearance of the season, and this one gonna drop right in front of Corbin Carroll. A little bit of a bloop single for him. Colby Thomas up. 0-1 pitch is crushed to left field. No doubt about it. It's a home run for Colby Thomas. He was the star of last season's opening day, and here having himself a good day as well. The third 2-run shot by these Rockies extends the lead 7-1. With 2 gone, bottom of the third, just a beautiful swing. Knew it from the second it left his bat. 391 feet. That'll end the day for Brandon Pfaadt. We just, kind of like I previously mentioned, were able to combine getting on base with getting those guys across the plate. We had the singles, we had the homers, we had the extra base hits. And if you can't, keep any of those things from happening, it's just not your day. So Bryce Jarvis will relieve Brandon. For the top of the order, Ryan Bliss fly out to left field, and that speed from Corbin Carroll has been put to use so far in this game. Christian Walker up here, crushed that pitch. That one's out of here. You knew it. Just off the sound of his bat, 437 feet on a line. That pitch was hardly lifted at all, but it left the yard. Just barreled that one up beautifully. Christian Walker's first home run of the season and first for Arizona overall. Just smashed that pitch. I mean, look at the elevation there. That's just a liner. Swing and a miss from Moreno. Will pick up another Kopech strikeout, his third of this opening day outing. 2-1 now for Thomas. Lifted to the outfield for Cerny, who makes the easy play. Suarez, 2-2 pitch, swinging at the circle change, high and inside. So far, pretty good for Kopech. Not perfect by any means, but we're not expecting perfection here from Coors at all, as Salas will be retired for the first time in the game. And then Murillo will follow it up with a strikeout looking. A nice pitch there from Jarvis inside. Cavadas, that bat went flying into the base path there, and it's going to be an infield fly. So a very quiet fourth inning. The first time we have had a quiet inning so far in this game. Perdomo down swinging. Kopech's starting to rack up some strikeouts. His third strikeout of his last 4 batters, and there's another one. Okay, Kopech. Liking what I'm seeing with the K's here. 2 down here, top of the 5th. Ketel Marte. That'll be extra bases for him down that right center field. Struck it well, and that will be the end of the day for Kopech. I don't really like this decision, if I do say so myself. I feel like his pitching clutch being 95, put him in a position where he could have ended this inning without any damage done, but we don't make the decisions here in this franchise. Joe Rock, who is an actual Rockies prospect, is in to relieve him. We had to call him up because we needed to get a 13th pitcher on the roster. So wasn't planning on bringing him up. He had no spring training experience, but needed a 13th pitcher. And Joe Rock was the best candidate of them. And here he finishes off the 5th. Corbin Carroll, though, driving in a run. Back up to the plate. Rounds it out to short. 1 gone here, bottom of the 5th. I'll bring up Michael Chavis, homered already today. This one, not quite the power, but it will be in for his second hit. Chavis was a very highly drafted Rule 5 guy. Drafted him for his position versatility and his solid offense, and he's showing it today. Cerny, just a light tapper. And it won't be a double play, but it will be a fielder's choice. Runners on the corners, 2 down for Colby Thomas. Not going to extend the inning or extend the Rockies' lead. 2 scoreless innings for Colorado. Jarvis has come in and slowed this offense down. Joe Rock gets another fly out to left. Moreno, pitch high in the zone. Another fly ball. This one will not leave the infield. Ryan Bliss settles underneath. 0-2 for Alek Thomas. Swinging at the slider, excuse me. Almost said sliding at the swinger. Top of the order due up for the Rockies here in the 6th. Bryce Jarvis still in the game for Arizona, as Ryan Bliss will fly out to Corbin Carroll on the full count pitch. Salas, 2 for 3 today. Trying to find hit number 3. Not going to find it here. It's it right at Geraldo Perdomo. Rafi, homered so far in this game. Now he's going to get back on base. Diving play, almost made at center. Would have been an incredible play. Rafael Murillo instead settles in at second base, putting another Rockies runner in scoring position. And, oh man, had Alek Thomas made that play, I honestly couldn't have even been mad. But I'm glad Murillo gets his second hit, already showing off what he was showing us last year. Cavadas gonna bring him home right after that. His second RBI hit of the afternoon. Beck can't get it through the infield. I thought that was down for a hit for sure, but some good reaction speed from Perdomo. will bring up the Diamondbacks, and Suarez adds to the Diamondback total with a no doubt homer to left field. 481 feet. He blasted that baseball. Hitting in the 9th spots. You got to take that if you're the Diamondbacks. Not going to get a ton of hits with that much power from that 9 spots. And just absolutely crush this. A moonshot over to left center field. 4-8 now the score is Perdomo looking to get hit number 3, and he does. So doing what you expect from a leadoff man, getting on base consistently here. But Nick Madrigal going to ground into a double play, the 3-6-3. You always want to watch a double play again. Such a nice defensive play. Cavadas to Murillo, back to Cavadas. Ketel Marte. Gonna be a lazy fly over to Cerny. Didn't need to move much to snag it, and we are headed to the bottom of the 7th. Chavis will start us off with a grounder to second. One man down brings up Locklear. Also going to be a grounder this time to shortstop. So a quick 2 outs for Yanni Chirinos, who came in for Jarvis here in the 7th. And he gets the 1-2-3 inning. Full count pitch. Corbin Carroll gets a hold of it to right field. Colby Thomas can't track it down. He's got some serious speed, but it will stay a double here. But a leadoff man in scoring position already. Joe Rock then allows the walk, which would end his day. Gerson Moreno checks in for him. One of our better relievers last year. And if you look at the numbers, that's not saying much. He was not particularly impressive. Corbin Carroll gets into sack fly territory here with that one. And then Gabriel Moreno gives him the sacrifice fly. The 5th Arizona run is now aboard. 2 gone here for Alek Thomas. Locklear underneath this one. Gloves it at third. And we are through the 8th. Could be our last time our offense comes to the plate here. Should be, I should say, here in the 8th. Can we add any insurance runs? So far, not looking so good. We've got 2 gone. Salas strikes out of the splitter underneath the zone. So another 1-2-3 inning here in the 8th. That's going to bring out this year's closer, John Curtis, onto the field for closing time. Can we secure our 2nd consecutive opening day victory? Suarez homered last time. This time gonna be a fly ball to Ryan Bliss. 1 down. Brings up Geraldo Perdomo. 3 hits today. Not looking like he's gonna get a 4th. 1 out remains to secure the victory. Nick Madrigal up to the plate, and it's another fly ball. Ryan Bliss gives chase, and he gloves it for the Rockies. Opening day victory. 8-5 over the division rival Arizona Dodgers. A little bit more excitement, I would say, than the first opening day, although we did shut out the Dodgers, which is pretty exciting last opening day. But more offense in this one, which, I mean, when you're doing a Colorado Rockies franchise, is kind of what you expect. But an all-around good day, I think. The pitching was good enough. The offense kept us ahead. the entire time. Didn't have, I think, more than 2 consecutive scoreless innings. So we were able to keep adding runs throughout the game, which is something that I've had problems with in the past with these CPU versus CPU styles. A lot of the times, all the scoring will happen in like 2 innings, and you'll get a ton of scoreless innings in between them. But it was a fun game to watch throughout. Rafael Murillo is your player of the game. We would end up also winning our second game against Arizona, so sweeping them. RBIs for Jordan Beck and Kevin Newman, who hits exclusively against lefties for us this year. A home run for Jordan Beck as well. Love to see it. And Newman had a sacrifice fly. Ethan Salas was the star of spring training. If you did not watch that live stream, he hit over 350 and had 9 homers. Didn't even play the entire spring training. A 1 pitch here. Crushed! Ethan Salas, his first career home run. Gonna be against Shohei Ohtani and the division rival Dodgers. 430 feet. You knew it from the second it left his bat. And we see another key player's career first at Coors Field. Hopefully the first of a great many for Salas with our organization. Just got a great hold of that pitch. It was left right over the plate, and he took advantage. A lot of hype coming around Salas. He's given Murillo a run for his money as to who is deemed the best position player of the future of this Rockies organization. Here will go down swinging. Bottom of the 5th. Bottom 6 now. He's going down looking. A very generous call there on the inside. Bottom 8 now once again. And another strikeout looking. So had the homer. Hasn't had a great outing since. He's gotten a couple of great strike 3 pitches though. The Dodgers would end up with a 9th inning rally in this one to win the game. Colorado led for really almost the entirety of this game. Just couldn't pull it out in the end. So a 9-7 loss. It'll be the first loss of the season for the Rockies. Let's get into game 2 of the series. Already down 2-0. Here, bottom of the 1st. Salas grounds it over to first base and just unable to beat the throw there. After Freeman couldn't glove it cleanly initially. A runner in scoring position. A diving play made at third base. Going to be a great effort. Going to save an RBI for sure, but Salas will still get a single. Pitch lifted to right once more. This one's back and gone again. Home run number 2 for Ethan Salas. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. 388 feet this time around. Second consecutive game with a home run. Puts across the first Rockies run here. Offense not quite as good here in this second game of the series. Certainly unable to keep up with the Dodgers so far, but maybe that'll spark us. Bottom 8th, only one more run scored for Colorado, and Salas unable to quite get everything on that one. So the Dodgers will pick up the second victory of the series. So no longer any chance of winning this series, but we could still, tie it up at 2 apiece with a strong finish. 12 hits, 9 runs for LA, and 2 errors for us help them as well. Going against Bobby Miller here in this game, and Salas going to get beamed by that pitch. Back up again, bottom 4. Another very slow offensive start for the Rockies. And Salas The fly out there, bottom 6 now. 2 gone and swinging at a slider. Not a great swing there. Only 1 hit on the board. Bottom of the 9th now. To second base. We're in danger of a double play. And we've got it. Bobby Miller's still in the game. He would end up completing his complete game shutout just the very next batter. So offense has really slowed down. The Dodgers have excellent pitching. And so a very tough team to hit. They also, have excellent offense as well. They're really starting to expose our questionable pitching. I'm excited about where our position players are at for this year, but our pitching is still suspect. So now we're going against Yoshinobu Yamamoto, another guy that I showed in the live stream for spring training. Added him to the league. He was added into the game. And so we have him now in the league. He's a very good pitcher in the game. Should have a lot of success for the Dodgers as Salas here picks up 2 RBIs. The first time he's driven in some teammates here this season. His first 2 RBIs were just a couple of solo shots. Puts 2 on the board for the Rockies, but LA just is scoring at a pace we can't match. Nearly got another one to leave the yard there. Just a couple feet short, but he's in safely for a 2-out double here. Bottom of the 5th. He has picked up where he left off in spring. A very good series. Been one of the very few bright spots in this series against LA, but a ugly strikeout there to end the 7th. Yamamoto's still in the game, and that was kind of the theme. These starters were lasting quite a while for the Dodgers. We just were unable to hit them, allowing 19 hits and getting swept by LA in our second series. So we sweep the Diamondbacks, and we follow that up by getting swept by the Dodgers. Just a little bit of a reality check of how long we still have to go to compete with the top of our division. And that's okay. I was fully expecting us to still be a very, very long way away from competing with the top. So a couple of division series to start the season for us. And we'll end off this episode at a record of 2-4. That's all I've got for this opening day episode. We'll be back soon with more Rockies, and I'll see you then. Go Rockies.